Okay, welcome everyone. We're just gonna promote people as they come in to panelists, just so that you've got the ability to put on your camera and chime in. We're very excited to have everyone here today. Awesome. We'll say we've got our crew joining in. Welcome everyone. So I know people are still going to be joining in, and but just to reiterate, this is Angelena Cortello, who's going to be doing a session on creating pampering skin products. And so, hey Brenda, hey Cece and Joe, Bose, Juliana. Awesome to see.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. So far, just so you know, Angelena, we've got, let's see, we've got Nigeria, India, Juliana is in the Bay Area, Brenda's in Oregon, right, Brenda? Cece's in Philly. So we've already got a variety of people. I don't see Cece. See Cece. All right, we'll just wait a couple more minutes to have people join us. All right. All right, well, I'll start just the introduction, and then we'll add the others as they come in. So welcome to our 12th, can you believe it? It's our 12th series, 12th in the series, our wellness series, Stay Well at Home with the Well Project. And we're really excited to be featuring Angelena Cortello. As I said, she's going to be creating pampering skin products. And I'm going to let her talk more about that in detail. Angelena has been a blogger with A Girl Like Me for many years, and she's based in New Orleans, and she's representing. And just a quick other housekeeping notes. We have, as always, we've got phenomenal Gina Brown here to wearing her social work hat. If anyone has any questions or just needs to connect about stuff they're going through, she's here to just be available to, you know, help out with any stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world right now, and so it's always good to be able to connect to people. Also, let me just add, and then we also have Olivia Ford, who is going to be helping to moderate the session, and she'll kind of jump in with any questions that people put in the chat. We'll also have a time at the end for people to just kind of talk about, you know, have an open discussion and have questions for Angelena. But if you have any questions during the process of what she's doing, just put it in the chat and we'll jump in that way. And what else? Oh, I just want to mention our next two sessions that are I don't even have the date, but I think it's September 23rd. So 2 weeks from today, September 23rd, we have a special session with one of our partners from PWN. Nana Khanna is going to do a Get Out the Vote from Home. I think it's really, important that we're all as knowledgeable about our voting, how to get your ballot, how to vote early, how to vote absentee. So Nana's going to be, and then also other tips on how to get involved to help motivate people in your community. And then after that, on October 7th, I believe it is, we have a session with Maya Feller, who is a nutritionist, and she's going to talk about nutrition as self-care. And she's a nationally recognized nutrition expert with also a lot of experience within the HIV community. So we're really excited about those upcoming sessions. So with that, I will first just hand it over for Gina to say hello, Olivia to say hello, and then we're going to hand it over to Angelena.
Hello, everybody. And thank you, as Krista said, for joining us for this week's session. I'm really looking forward to it. As usual, I will go off camera while everything is going on, but I am here.
Yep, and same here. Hi, everyone. So good to see everybody. I will be checking out the chat to see if anyone has any questions. I just want to remind everybody right now, if you're going to use the chat box, which I hope you will, set it to all panelists and attendees, because we're all promoted to panelists, so we'll all be able to see the panelists chat, but it won't be saved. So it'll be awesome if everyone could chat on the all panelists and attendees thread, so that when if we want to have the conversation to share for later, then everybody will be able to see it. Folks have said. So that's my only note. I'm also going to go off camera, but I will come on, periodically, Angelena, to let you know if there are any questions in the chat. But enjoy. I'm excited about this one. Good to see everyone. Good to see your fabulous Mardi Gras. Go for it, Angelena.
Thanks. Y'all, thank you for having me on, and I'm excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be making some body butter and hand scrub and face masks. So we're not talking about the Mardi Gras mask, okay? So I'm coming straight out of New Orleans from the dirty South. And Mardi Gras mask we wear all the time, to everything. So it's a lot of fun. But anyhow, so I'm going to take this thing off so I can get started. And I got my little Mardi Gras beads on. You can never have enough Mardi Gras beads on, okay? So if you haven't been down to visit us, you sure should. Hopefully all this ends soon to where everybody can travel and get back to having some fun outside of home, But so right now, what I'm going to do is first we're going to do the body butter, okay? And there's a reason I'm saying that, because the body butter one is a little bit more challenging than the other ones. So what you need is you need half of a cup of shea butter. If you don't have shea butter, you can use cocoa butter, okay? You don't have to use it. I did it just because. You can get some cocoa butter, shea butter, a half a cup of each, or 1 whole cup of the cocoa butter. And then half a cup of your coconut oil, all right? It's right here. And then we're gonna have half a cup of the extra light olive oil, all right? So those are the things we're gonna need. And the first thing we're gonna do is we have to mix all those ingredients together, and then we're gonna put them on the stove just for a minute, and we're gonna whisk it, okay? So let's do that. Do that part first, just to get that started. Then while that's doing that, we can work on the other stuff while that's being prepared. So all your little stuff. By the way, this stuff smells really good. I don't particularly use cocoa butter or body butter on the rest of my skin just because I have oily skin, but it's great for your legs, okay? It's great if you have dry legs. And so, plus it smells good, all right? Okay, so grab. And I'm just filling up really a half a cup.
Zion, you late. You are late.
and 1/2 cup of our shea butter. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here. I don't know if y'all can see me, but that's what it looks like because I got 1/2 and 1/2 in a 1 cup measuring cup. Put that all in there. It smells super good. All right. And then I'm going to do 1/2 cup of our extra light olive oil. Okay. All right. Put it all together. It looks weird, but it smells good, folks, okay? And then we're going to mix it all together. But remember, we need to heat it up, okay? So we have to heat this stuff up and let it melt. And you're not heating it for long, maybe just 5 minutes, okay? So I'm just going to grab this. I'm just using, all right. And we want it to melt on the bottom, okay? It doesn't take long to do any of this, y'all. This is super quick. All right, trying to get this stuff. Okay, that's medium heat. Okay, while that's doing that, it's heating up for us. And grab my cute little whisk right here. By the way, all this stuff that we're talking about today, you can get this stuff for less than $25. And most people already have most of this stuff at home. So that's kind of cool. So basically, yes, I see on the chat, we're just heating it until it melts. That's all we're doing. We're mixing it for a few minutes, okay? So I'm just gonna whisk it. That's all we're doing. It does take a second because the for all of it to mix up, but so while this is happening, okay, when we're done getting it good and melted, like I said, just a minute, when we get it melted, we're going to take it, we're going to put it in the refrigerator. It stays there for about 45 minutes. So while it's in there, we're going to work on the face mask and the hand scrub, okay? All right. And it is already done. It's already done. So, turn this off. Make sure. I know I'm kind of with my back just for a second, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna rinse off my little whisk. Okay, my little baby whisk here. It's super cute. Okay. They come in all sorts of colors too. I'm just rinsing right quick. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to pour that into a little bowl so that we can stick it in the refrigerator. All right. This is enough, by the way. It's not enough for a lot. It's probably enough that you could give someone as a gift, maybe use 2 or 3 times. So we're not making a huge batch of this stuff, just a little bit. So basically just double and triple, you know, the measurements if you want to make a bigger batch. And so I'm single and I live alone, so I'm good with the 1 and 2 single stuff, 2 individual cups, okay? So I know I'm kind of in and out. It smells good. Okay. Now, I'm going to stick this baby in the fridge, all right? We'll leave it there for 45 minutes, and let it sit there. So it's 11:15 now. So that means probably about 5-6 minutes before this session ends, we can pull it out. Okay, and we'll continue that one in just a second. But now, that was the hardest one, believe it or not. You saw that that really didn't take long at all. Okay, now I'll put all my little stuff to the side because we're done with that part. Always, so you don't overwhelm yourself, just go ahead and close everything and put it to the side and stick the stuff in the sink so you can deal with it later as far as washing goes. All right. All right, we did that part. And our next thing we're going to work on is our hand scrub, okay? But first, let me say this. What's the benefits of the body butter? Moisturizes, right? Reduces wrinkles, soothes skin rashes, sunburns, and eczema, okay? But you know what it does for me is it makes my legs feel good, okay? Makes my legs soft. You ever shaved your legs and then got out the shower and put your clothes on and try to go somewhere and notice you have a lonely ranger hair sticking out of nowhere and you got to catch it? So you grab your little razor real quick and then you got this little dry mark on your skin. You just slap your hand in some of that body butter, okay? And nobody knows nothing, okay? I know I'm not the only girl that's been there. Okay, so the next thing, does anybody have anything, any questions on that one yet that I haven't addressed? Y'all are good? Good, cool. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the hand scrub, okay? We like those soft hands, okay? So on the hand scrub, which is super easy, I'm gonna grab me another bowl, okay? A little bowl here. But it's medium size, it's small enough. Okay, so what we're gonna do, for this one, I had something different planned, and I'm gonna tell you why. This thing is so easy to make, y'all, that you don't even need the bowl unless you're making a lot of it. You take you need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 3/4 a cup of white sugar, and then you need 1/4 cup of olive oil, okay? Now you can stick in there whatever essential oil. I saw some people like to use lavender. You can stick in there whatever you want for the scent, okay? But what actually gives it the texture is just those 3 things, and that's it. So guess what I did? I just went ahead and stuck the sugar in a cup, okay? Because I remember I live alone, right? And I'm single. That means I don't need a whole bunch of stuff. I'm good with just little sizes, okay? And if I want to make more and give it to somebody, well, that's a blessing for them, okay? That I actually did it. Okay, so we have our sugar, 3/4 a cup, 1/4 a cup of our coconut oil. Remember, we use that also with our body butter, okay? So let's go ahead and we're gonna do that. Where's my, there we go. All right. And honestly, those that know their measurements pretty good, you can kind of do this, you know, without a lot of specific measurements. Okay, so we're doing the 1/4 a cup of the coconut oil. Okay, looks good to me. And then just a teeny weeny tablespoon of your lemon juice, okay? So we're gonna do this. I don't know if you can see me. I'm gonna hold it up off and on, okay? Bam, that's it. Okay, then we just grab our spoon. Yeah, you can use lemon juice. You can do a tablespoon of your lemon juice in here. And like I said, if you want to put a drop of your essential oils, you can. I am glancing at the little chat as I go. And look at this, folks. Look how easy this is. Okay, you know what a great Christmas gift and holiday gift this could be? and so simple and easy and made from the heart in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I'm talking about. This stuff feels so good. Okay. So once you're done, all right, lavender situation here. Yeah, it works for me. Let's stick that lavender in there. Makes me want to go to sleep right now, doesn't it? Okay. Do this. A stir. And literally, that's all there is to it. You can get a mason jar. And right now, you know, you can go to any place just about, like your, they have them at Big Lots, Walmart, Target. They have them at craft stores where you can get different kinds of mason jars. Now, I found the perfect little jar for myself because, like I said, I'm only taking care of me, right? So I got these cute little ones. They have different color. You can't see this one real good, but it's like a goldish yellow. All right, so I stuck some of it because I obviously practice, right? So I stuck some of this in here. So I have my little hand scrub. It is super soft. It is just as good, if not better, than all the other stuff that you get at the store that you spend your big hard-earned money on, okay? And you can do this for hardly nothing. Just keep making it. And like I said, you get these cute little jars. Some people put stickers on them. Some people decorate them. And you give them to people as a little gift, okay? And that's it on our hand scrub. We did that part. So I'm gonna put our little jar of hand scrub. I'm gonna put it on the side here. A little gold. And now,
Angelena, you find those jars at, at like Walmart or Target, you said?
yeah, you can find them in the area where your silverware, stuff like that is. You can find it around there. I actually went to Big Lots and found, like, for a few bucks, was able to get this set of jars. But mason jars are super cheap. They are. They're like, you know, you can get that for hardly nothing. I would suggest Walmart because, you know, I like my little extra pennies to go to other things. Okay. And if you get crafty with it, if you want to give it as a gift, you can get crafty with it. You know, if you know you have a friend and their favorite color is purple, you can use purple ribbon or, you know, stuff like that. Just make it fun. If you're doing it for yourself, you can kind of do what I did and you can get like a set of jars and just have something in each one that you want. And I literally got this set of jars. It was like 4 of them, I believe. And I got it for like $4. So and I got it because I like the pretty colors on top. Okay. And so now, last but not least, we have our face mask. Okay. And for our face mask, we need 1 banana, 1 tablespoon of honey. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Plain yogurt, okay? This was the only size I could get. I like them little ones. And that's it, y'all. That's it. Okay, the kind of face mask this is, which was the one that I like, it benefits acne, scars, and blemishes, okay? It is not like your face masks that are heavy and thick and they sit and you let it sit for 10 minutes or so, or if you like me, you overlook the time by accident and next thing you know, you're on Netflix and 30 minutes pass. Oh, I got a mask on. Okay. So this one is a little more liquidy, but it does stick and it's really good for those things that I told you about. And so we're going to start with that one. So it's called a banana yogurt mask.
Angelena?
Yes.
Hi. Olivia, I just wanted to ask a question from the chat. It's from Bose. She wanted to know if you can use the body butter like a day-to-day body cream, just like as a hand
If
cream.
you can, you might want to look into that because I'm not at 100%. I don't want to say something that I'm not 100% sure about.
Sure.
So
Cool.
yeah, but I mean, I would think you could, you know, because really what makes that is the mixture of the cocoa butter cream, and because like you can see where we're talking about the one earlier where I used cocoa butter cream, and I mixed it with the shea butter and the other stuff, and the textures when you mix it, it's pretty cool. It is. It turns out into once we let this thing do what it needs to do in the refrigerator, okay? When you take it out, we're gonna mix it, okay, with a mixer, and it's gonna be like a fluffy type of a whip, okay? And you can keep that in your refrigerator if you want, but it can just sit in room temperature and you can stick it into a jar, you know? So yeah, so you can see I actually used the cocoa butter cream. I found that it worked just fine. You know, whenever I did it worked just fine. So here's our nanner.
Thank you.
Okay. For our face mask. I love face masks. I love them. I always feel so clean and fresh right afterwards, like I did this really great thing. And so, all right. Okay. Our banana. I'm going to go ahead and break them apart. He a little big. Okay. Now, we're going to mash the banana. Okay. Notice I'm using this fork, and it may seem a little challenging at first, just for a second, just to first break it, but you do want to mash it with the fork and take the extra few seconds, okay, to do it. So do that, because this is actually the part that's obviously going to be the solid, you know, the solid texture that you're going to feel is the banana. But a banana yogurt mask is really good for you. It's not going to put too much oil, and it's also not going to be to where you're too dry. So I like the fact that it can be used for if you have a breakout, you know, if you're breaking out in your face, and also for you know, discoloration of our face. You know, when you go in the sun and you might get a darker spot in one spot when you lay out because maybe you had a scratch or a pimple right there a few days before, and you put something on there just to lighten up those scars. You know, I refuse to, I am 41 years old. I refuse to use the whole aging thing right now, okay? We're just going to go with the sunspots. Okay. Okay. We're going to go with sunspot. All right. All right. So it's going to be a little lumpy feeling to it because it's a banana. So it will be, we'll have that awkward, and it'll even look kind of strange too for a second. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. All right, so I have mashed this thing up the best that I can, and I'm literally just pressing with the fork against the bowl, the banana. Okay, just so, oh, it's gonna lose some of our mask. Okay, so we're doing that. Right. So you can see it kind of looks like that. Can y'all see that? Probably not as well as I can. However, it should look something like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is you just want it to be as smooth as it can be. You know, it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be with this part, because once we add all this together, it'll make better sense. Okay. Now we are going to add our tablespoon of plain yogurt, okay? Just plain original, okay? And I'm rinsing my little spoon for a second. I'm here. I'm rinsing as I go. Okay. Now, okay, this is our yogurt. All right, it's 1 tablespoon, okay. And lemon. And then we're going to do a tablespoon of our lemon. All right. I'm not missing in action. Okay. I'm going to do a tablespoon of lemon. All right. And then the stuff that makes it all stick, we're going to put some honey in there, okay? Tablespoon. Boy, when I was little, my grandmother, if I ever stayed the night over there, she would give me a spoonful of honey to take at night to help us all fall asleep, me and my cousins. We would have our spoonful of honey. And we're going to mix all of this up, okay? Mix it. Mix it. And I'm actually going to use some of my fork, okay? Just to make the texture just a little bit softer. And you put this thing on your face, it's going to be like a clearish looking color, okay? It's like I said, it's like exactly like breakfast. Oh, yes, I know. Some of this stuff it makes you hungry, or it reminds you. Yeah, I like yogurt with blueberries, strawberries, and granola in it, and a little drizzle of honey over the granola. All right. So who knows? This, you know, your face mask may be edible too. Okay. All right. So I know it's kind of strange. Let me move this just a second. Okay, you can see that. That's kind of what it looks like. So it's not, that's what I was telling you, it's not one of those face masks. It's a little more liquidy. It's not a thick, heavy face mask. And when you put it on, it almost has a clear look to it. You keep that thing on for about, what, maybe 10 minutes, okay? Try not to get lost on the Netflix series. And it's on there forever, okay? And then you scare yourself when you go to the bathroom and look at yourself, like, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to wash the face mask off.
Oh, my goodness.
I actually walked outside once and totally forgot that I had a face mask on. I ran back inside, horrified.
Oh, my goodness. Angelena Bose is asking if you can blend it with a blender. Can you blend that with a blender?
I'm sure you can. Yeah. Really, it's just about mixing it. But it did suggest, whenever I looked into it, that you mash the banana up,
tiny bit of lumps, yeah.
And then add the stuff. But I mean, yeah, once you add everything to it, if you want to blend it just to make it, you know, a little quicker, you can. Yeah, it's probably a little easier too.
Right, to do the bun. But it is true that it might make it too thin, like it, because the lumps probably help it, you know, like a little bit of lump helps it stand a little bit.
Right.
Anyway, thank you.
And then, okay, so that's actually our face mask. You can stick that in your jar or your mason jar or whatever kind of jar you want to use and decorate it. Okay, and I had a green top one. So this is my green top jar. Okay, it's just for me. Self-care. That's just for me. All right. So we have our yellow top jar that has our scrub, our hand scrub. We have our face mask. And then we're going to end up with our body butter. Okay. So does anybody have any questions so far? Because now we are waiting, okay, for our bowl of body butter to get just a little bit hard, okay? So we can do the next thing with it. Anybody have anything? Now, I know this has nothing to do with self-care, but I tell you something that's fun, especially when you're in New Orleans. You get your, make your mask. You can make a mask. Y'all, I bought this little thing, this little plastic piece, and I actually super glued the feathers to it and added the little flowers or whatever, and I used it for a get together I went to. So yeah, so other than the face mask, I'm used to these kind of masks down here. And if you ever come to New Orleans, you can't go home without one, okay? And make sure you proudly wear your beads, as many of them as you can, all right? Go to Mardi Gras, okay? Mardi Gras is one great big party of a parade with what? Floats and beads flying everywhere, okay? So it's a lot of fun if you've never been. It's a lot of fun. And there's parades nonstop. So I said, how am I going to come on here and talk about making a face mask without my New Orleans Mardi Gras mask on? Okay? Representing.
Are you originally from New Orleans?
I'm not. I've actually been raised mostly in Louisiana, and I did live in Miami for a little while too. My mom is down in South Florida, and my dad is in Louisiana. But I made my way to New Orleans from a smaller town not long ago, and I've been having fun. Yeah.
Your mom is joining in here. It's so great to have her. my mom's on here too, so she's
yeah. I look at it like this: I've had the best of both worlds. You know, I've had the best of both worlds, so I'm blessed. You know.
Great.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna check on this because now, if you look into this, it's gonna say like 45 minutes to an hour. What you're really looking for, let's say you're like in our scenario and you want to say, man, when is it going to be done? When is it going to be done so I can finish what I'm doing? You can check it and see if that texture is somewhat hardened, because all we're really looking for is for it to be somewhat hardened. Okay, it doesn't have to be completely hard. It just needs to be somewhat solid, okay? That's what we're looking for, because you have to think we're going to whip it with the mixer, okay? So I'm going to check on it right back here. Okay, so now another thing you can do, which is you know, it's in the refrigerator. If you want it to be a little quicker, you can stick it in the freezer for about 10 minutes and it's going to harden also. I just took it out of the fridge to stick it in the freezer for a minute so we have time to do the rest of it and splash myself with oil. So I have a mess to clean up later. But anyhow, so that's what we are waiting for a few minutes on that. And so all three of these things, you know, it's just something fun. And it's good for you. It's good to do something for yourself. You know, it makes you feel better about yourself, you know, your self-worth, your self-esteem. I believe that every time we do something good for ourselves, it's a form of self-love, but it also builds our self-esteem and self-worth, you know? And so that's just something I strongly believe in. You know, and if we all did something, even if it was just once a week, you know, like going walking, or, you know, right now I'm doing my own personal little water challenge where I'm drinking water for 30 days straight. And I've loved it because I used to be completely dependent on my coffee to get through the day. And I'm so shocked that I can make it through the day without coffee. I'm absolutely amazed. So there's always something, you know, that you can do to better yourself, you know. What we're doing today is fun stuff, you know. This is like some fun stuff that you would do for yourself at home, especially right now with everything going on the way it is. A lot of us are home way more than what we're used to being at home. And instead of going online to Amazon and buying and having it shipped to you, you know, you can do it yourself at home. Plus, you don't have to deal with ordering the wrong thing from Amazon and it comes in the mail and it's this big and you thought you were getting something this big. I've done this 3 or 4 times since COVID started. Okay, so just it's just something fun to do. Play your music, you know. It's easy gifts to give, you know, for people, and people love homemade stuff made, you know, especially when it's from the heart. And like I said, you do something simple like their favorite color, you know, ribbon, and get a cute little bag for about $1, and you have something sweet to give somebody. I think that the hand scrub probably is the most fun thing to give because everybody likes that soft feeling you get from a sugar hand scrub, you know. And whatever, like I said, this stuff makes you go to sleep. But, you know, any kind, whatever your favorite scent is, you know, you just find those things out from people. And by the holidays, you don't even have to leave your house at that point to go shopping, especially with everything going on. You already have everybody's stuff made, done. All you do is send it, you know. And so there's a lot we can do during this time, you know. There's free online courses going on now more than ever. I did a whole little online free thing. You just have to look into it and see what's out there, because there is stuff to do out there, you know. It may not seem like it just because it's different, but there's definitely stuff to do. So does anybody have any questions, anything to say?
Yeah, or does anyone else want to share some of their self-care, some of the things they've been doing? You know, it's...
I spend way too much money, you know, on Amazon. I'm currently awaiting like $150 in skincare. So
oh my gosh.
So this would be a good thing for me. I haven't done my little homemade thing since, like, you know, I think when we're teenagers, we do a lot more of that, especially if we're dealing with acne and hormonal issues and all that good stuff. But it's good to really think about it. I like Angelena of like tying that thing back to your self-worth and your self-care, as well as just making you more conscious about your body and your health and, you know, being positive. I think that that's a really good message and a small thing that you can do to pass away time, and also, you know, just treat yourself well. So I love this session. Thank you.
You know, and even I find too that, you know, on the days where you're really depressed, maybe you're lonely, you're depressed, you're bored or whatever, instead of just staying in the bed all day, you know, and I'm not judging it because I'm talking about it because I've done it, you know, I've done it. And just rehearsing obsessively everything you've ever done wrong or whatever. Yeah, I find that those are the times when we really have to stand up and say, you know what, what's something good I can do for myself today? Because I can let the whole day go by, and then I'm even more upset that I wasted the day being upset, you know, and then I'm depressed about that part, you know. But every time that I choose to get up and say, you know what, I'm gonna at least do one thing for me, you know, I got the victory of that day. You know, that's how I see it. You know, I got the victory of that day. Because the other option would be just to sulk all day. And I can do that well. But learning how to do well when it's your worst day, you know, a friend of mine told me, what's your plan when you have a really bad day? Because you know you're going to have bad days. So what is your plan for yourself when those days pop up? And I never thought about that before until she told me that. She said, you need to have a plan. Okay, well, you know, it's all women on here, you know, so I'm going to say this. It's that time of month, right? And when it's that time of month, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it don't go on. But what? Emotions are all over the place. Don't feel good. You're cramping. You can look out the window, the cat crosses the road, and you're upset because it looks like the cat is happier than you. Okay, crazy stuff goes through your head, right? Real insane, depressing, negative stuff be going through your head. You know, you can cry at the drop of a hat for no reason. You don't even know why you're crying. And you know, it's like my friend told, what's your plan for those days? What positive things are you going to do? Or are you just going to deal with it the way you always do, you know? And I find that every time I let the whole day, when I do that, when I let the whole day go by, I'm always even more depressed because I wasted the whole day feeling sorry for myself. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. And so, you know, we can find that one thing we enjoy, you know, and implement that on the days we really need to implement it, you know, because it's easy to do it when we're all happy-go-lucky, you know. It's easy to do it when everything's going great, but you have to really put some work in on a day that you don't feel like doing it. You know, that's when the work really comes in and you have the option, you know, of how am I going to deal with this today? Do I want to deal with it the way I always have, or do I want to get something good out of it even though I'm mad? Maybe mad that day, you know. And so I just find that helps me a lot, you know. And then I feel better at the end of the day because I know that I did something positive, you know, no matter how big or small it may seem. Yes, the Mardi Gras, yes. So it's beads. Mardi Gras is, you know, they throw beads during the whole parade off of these floats, and you just catch them, and there are all different kinds of beads they throw out. So you catch them and put them around your neck, and usually by the end of the day, you've got so many beads on you. It's like a thick, just sitting there. It hurts your neck, your back. So right when you get in the car, you're trying to take all that stuff off, you know, but it looks good, you know. During the parade, like, look at all the beads I got, you know, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. They have specialty beads, all kind of stuff. So yeah. Let's see. It is.
Yeah. Good evening, Angela. Thank you so much. For me, I really learned a lot, and I was just thinking, you know, as we were presenting, that it would be awesome to share this among my support group, women in the support groups. I know for me, I use shea butter a lot for my hair, especially shea butter and coconut oil. and I make my coconut oil by myself. So this is another new dimension. I don't know if we have the cocoa butter here in this part of Nigeria. I know we have a lot of cocoa here, but I don't think I've seen the cocoa butter in the shop. But it's a great thing. And I also want to ask you, is it possible to use it for kids, like adolescents, to use the body butter cream? Is it possible? Did you get that?
I think it can. Any mothers in the house here that know about children? Would you use? See, I don't have any children, so I'm kind of unsure. Yeah, you do use it?
Yeah, actually, I do. I have this, it's almost every day we put shea butter on our little baby, and I do a mix of olive oil and coconut oil and a little bit of lavender at night, because the lavender helps her go to sleep, and the little olive oil and, you know, olive oil and coconut oil is good for the little skin. And sometimes I mix it together with the shea butter too. I'm liking this idea of doing it, boiling it, because I usually just kind of do it quickie, and I just do it with my hands, kind of lumpy, and you get, you know, you have to like rub in the lumps. But to answer your question, I mean, my kid seems fine so far. I know lots of parents who put, you know, who put this stuff. I've never done it exactly this way, but I use pretty much those same ingredients on my little one, and she's good.
Yeah.
Keeps her
Thank
nice.
you so much again, Angela. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's also, since they're all natural ingredients, it seems, you know, I mean, I think if anything to think about, it would be just like maybe not putting it on right before they go out to like be outside in the heat or active, because it would be like maybe a little harsh on, you know, letting your skin breathe, but like especially at night or after a bath, it would probably be really great for them.
The only thing, this is Jenna, the only thing I would add to that is that I'm not sure if cocoa butter has caffeine in it. So that would be one thing to check into with the kiddos. I would imagine it would have a pretty limited impact on adult bodies, but if there is caffeine, I feel like I remember some naturalist mentioning that to me at some point. So if you know, on tiny little bodies, maybe that concentration would be something to think about.
Good
Yeah, I
point.
wouldn't even think of that either. I wouldn't even think about that. That's a good question. Does it have caffeine in it? I'm reading the little ingredients on this, but I'm not even sure if that would be in there, you know? It does. Yes, somebody just put it does.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Araya said that Google's saying no caffeine. And then Bose, I asked Bose if she would.
Yes for her question.
Yeah, I asked her if she could share how she makes her coconut oil by hand, and so she said she would do that.
Do you want me to share about that?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's really cool.
For me here, we have the coconut. I buy the coconut in the market. I break them, and I remove them from the shell. Then I dice them into little chunk. Then I blend to a very smooth paste. And I boil my hot water. I pour the coconut, the blended coconut, inside the hot water. Then allow it to cool off a bit. Then I sieve out. Then the next day, I pour the sieved one into a transparent bowl. So the next day, the oil will float on top of the water. The oil will be on the water. So I scoop out the oil from the water. So it's a cold press process. That's called the cold press. So I don't need to preheat the oil. So I just scoop it out and put in a bowl. So that's how I make my coconut oil. And I do sell them too. I do sell them. So I make a lot of it. I buy bags of coconut, and they use the big industrial engine to grind them. So I'll bring it back home, boil hot water, pour it in a big bath, then I sieved out. So I let it cool off. After some days, I go scoop out the oil from it. So I can get like the 5 liter from a bag of coconut. I can get 1 5-liter keg of oil from it. So I sell that. And it's very, very expensive here because coconut is very, very expensive. So that's how I prepare my coconut oil.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I can't.
You know,
Even like chopping up the coconuts has to be a big, you know, you have to have like a special like machete, right? I mean, or knife.
I was trying to.
that's some real work right there.
You can grate
That's
them
real
too.
work.
Yeah. And because here we use coconut oil to prepare coconut rice, so you grate. You can also use your grater to grate it. It's hard though. It's intense, but we do that a lot here. Anyway. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I missed a step. I was like furiously typing, trying to get all of the steps of making the coconut.
Okay,
I was looking at it.
the first step
Mhm.
is getting my coconut. I break them and remove them from the shell.
Right.
Then I blend it. I blend the coconut with little water.
Okay.
The second step is I have my boiled water already on ground. Then I pour my blended coconut into the hot water. Then allow it to cool a bit so that I can sieve it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't sieve it when it's very hot. So I sieve it when it's warm. So I pour the sieved liquid into a transparent bowl that I can see. So the next day, the oil will float on the water. So I scoop out the oil from the water. That's what I do. That's how I do it.
Wow.
Olivia, I think I added that. I think I got that stuff.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Oh, did you put it? You did. You put it in the chat. Thank you, Oriah.
Yeah.
Team effort of recording all these gems. Thank you so much, love. And thank you so much, Bose, too. This is like a game changer. It's work, but I use a lot of coconut oil, so I feel like it could be worth it. Definitely. Thank you.
That's so cool.
Well, y'all know that I spilled some of my bowl, okay, with my stuff in it. But I want to tell you that you grab your mixer, okay, take it out, because remember, this is the cocoa, the body butter I was talking to y'all about. Once you take it out of the refrigerator, you blend it, okay, with your mixer. When you do that, it's going to be like a whipped look to it. It's really cool because all those oils and stuff, it just gives it a whipped look. And of course, you know that I've done this already. So this is my purple jar with the body butter in it, okay? And since I lost all the rest of ours in the refrigerator somewhere, that should be fun to wipe down, huh? A bunch of oil off your refrigerator today. And getting it out of your shirt. Okay, so, and I have my purple, gold, and green Mardi Gras color jars. Okay, folks? Yep. If we're going to go, we're going all the way, New Orleans style. All right. And that's all I have. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I thank y'all for taking the time out to watch. And I loved what everybody had to say. And I want to tell Krista and all of y'all, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. You are amazing. It's like just your energy and your humor and your creativity and everything. It's just really made this an awesome session. So thank you so much. And I learned a lot and I'm excited. So yeah, I know. Does anyone else want to, just pop on and say goodbye? But I just really want to thank you from all of us. It was awesome. And I'm pretty sure that everyone's going to be making some of this stuff by the end of the day.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. I did.
Great. Thank you. And yes, it's good to see the rest of you. And hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks. We're going to get out the vote. And yeah, but hi, Alicia, Mel, and Joe, and Jose, and Araya, and Cece, everyone. It's great. So I hope to see you soon.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Angelina. That was fabulous.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, everyone,
All right,
for
everybody.
contributing, and it's just so awesome to see everyone.
Yeah.
Happy buttering.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about your fridge. I wish I could help you clean that.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good
Bye,
one.
Gina,
Bye.
Alicia, Mama. I
Thank
know
you,
you're on there
Krista.
somewhere.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Gina.
All the people I don't know.
I think we have
Au
like
revoir.
at least
All right, y'all.
4 continents represented, I think, at least. So that's pretty good. All right. Have a good one, everyone.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, you
Okay,
too.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.